Hi, this is Jan from Krannich. We have received so many questions from you on the current situation during the last couple of weeks that we decided to make a little Q&A session to give you the most urgent answers. Okay, then let's get started right away with the first question. That is, how much truth is in the rumors that many manufacturers implemented an order stoppage for their products? Well, to be honest, it is true. We as wholesaler cannot order as freely as we used to in the past. Many manufacturers, European or Asian, started something like an order stoppage just recently. But it's not as bad as it sounds. We wouldn't call it order stoppage, but allocation. And it means that the supplier takes the demand from the market on the one hand side, and on the other hand side looks for the amount of spare parts they are getting, because as you know, the situation there is still very critical. So they try to align the products they see themselves possible to produce with the demand of different markets globally and give us a better view on how many products we can count with for a certain time period. And this information that we receive, we will then forward to you in terms of order confirmations and supply informations on product availabilities. So allocation is actually a good thing because it means that nobody gets too much and our suppliers are taking care on smoothening the supply and giving us as much information as possible, instead of just sending order confirmations that might never be fulfilled in time. Another thing we get asked a lot is coming from the fact that many of you are in very good contact with suppliers directly, and sometimes they tell you things like, hey, Krannich just received a huge delivery from us. There should be something in for you. And how come you're not getting anything or just few out of it? Well, this can be explained very easily. It has to do with the long time we are having by now between order and shipment. So if now we receive goods from a supplier, inverters for example, it might be that these inverters have been ordered already 6 or 9 months ago. So we are having lead times right now with a year or more for some products. So the goods we are getting now have been ordered a long time ago, and the order that you possibly just placed recently will be shipped in some month from now. The fact you see in this is that it is very, very important that you constantly keep ordering for the demand you will have in the future. So we have to order 6, 9, 12 months or more ahead, and so should you, for the stuff at least that you know you will need. There is a long queue, but not queuing in does not help you either. So try to get in the queue and order what you think you will need, and that we will supply it when time has come. So another thing many of you are asking for is, why am I getting flooded with so many infos on delivery date postponements recently? Well, this can be answered quite easily. First of all, there are still many reasons for these postponements. First of all, the COVID situation, especially in China, where ports do not work at full speed, where production lines or even whole districts are closed down and nothing is produced or nothing can leave. There is still a critical situation with the availability of spare parts, for example, for inverters, semiconductor shortage. And another important factor that is hitting more and more is the lack of trucks and drivers in European land transportation. So sometimes it takes us 2 weeks or even more to get the truck for a certain transportation. And this combined with the huge demand of the market of the last month and many orders of all of you means that every day something in our availability is changing. And now imagine we would not forward this information to you. That wouldn't be good either, would it? So our target is to keep you updated for all of your orders every day in the best possible way. So that whenever you check our web shop, you see when you can plan with getting the goods in your hands with the information that we have today. If something is unclear or you want to know more or have background information, don't hesitate. Just call our sales team and we will give you an update on how we see the situation currently and when you can expect the goods at your delivery address. We found out that many of you are asking yourselves at the moment, how come that an order that I just recently placed at Krannich is getting confirmed or maybe even shipped earlier than an order that I placed days or maybe even a week ago? This is very simple. Normally, we have a first come, first serve principle. But at this moment, we try to support you in a way that we bypass orders to the standard queue, which can be delivered from stock right away. So you have to imagine the queue in our order intake is pretty long. Many wholesalers all over Europe closed down their order intake. Our promise was all the time that you can drop your order, that you can get in the queue of orders as soon as you have sold something to your customer. So you are able to forget it, you're in the queue and wait for the stuff to be delivered. Some of the orders you're placing right now will be delivered in some weeks or even months from now. So we can take some more time in placing the order in our system and confirming it. Some stuff is more urgent and we could deliver it right away. So we bypass the general queue, sometimes for some orders, like you only need modules, maybe even in full pallets, and such a very simple solar module order is easy for us to bypass. It does not slow down the general process and we can ship out additional quantities per day. So you receive the stuff earlier and we take the time that we need to process all the orders that you placed as a forecast for the long run. So we have a win-win situation. All right, that was our Q&A session. I hope you enjoyed it and you can use some of the answers given. We are definitely going to do this again and we would like you to take part. So write your questions in the comments down below so we can answer them next time. Thank you very much. Hope to see you soon. All the best and bye-bye.